Wow. Okay. I can explain. Kind of. So I've been gone for a long time, but for a little bit of a good reason. So first of all, hi, I'm back after a long time, and today's a new video. You might read as the title about a thing that I never talked about on this channel, which is gonna be probably something new that we're gonna talk about. But the reason I haven't been back in a long time is because I've been having time with friends and with family, and I was on vacation, not for a lot long, but it was kind of a whole thing, and school started too, so it's kind of a backfire with my videos. And I forgot about the channel, and I stepped back for a little, maybe too much, but at least I'm still alive. I haven't shown my face in a long time. Yes, I got a haircut since the other videos. Not all of them, but still. I'm back, looking good, and today will be my top 10 comics that I have in my collection, which I have more than 100, and I am addicted. Help me. First of all, I'm going to start off with something that most of you guys don't know, and it's Marvel Comics. First of all, I have a Star-Lord from 1996, December, issue number 1. I hope you guys can see it from up close. I picked this up at a comic shop, which doesn't sell weekly but old stuff, and they had this about $3. I saw it, looked it up online. It's about $10, but I got it because of the art, and I actually like Star-Lord. I haven't started reading this because I don't like to flip. I like flipping the pages on some old ones, but I'm scared that some of them might crease or break because some of them are old. This one is fine, but school and yeah, I haven't read this yet. But I will start reading someday after I read my other comics, which I have like omnibuses or Epic Collection and DC stuff. I'm starting to read Batman Hush, which is pretty cool, and Spider-Man Volume 1 from the Epic Collection. So I'm reading those. But at least I got this, and it's pretty cool and all. It's first issue. I love the art. It's made by these two guys, Timothy Zahn and Dan Lawless. Weird name. So, pretty cool. I like the art. The cover's fine. On the side, it's not that good, but it is okay. Jesus Christ, that scared me. I thought my phone was fucking. Sorry guys, I was showing some ad. I don't know. I cut that off the video. Anyways, my second book has to be Spawn number 1. Hope you guys can see that because I'm not next to the camera. But yeah, this is Spawn number 1. It's not the original, of course, but it is a reprint from this year, I imagine. I like Spawn a lot. This is my first ever Spawn comic, but I do see videos of him talking about him, comics about him. I like his story. I'm trying to collect the 4 first issues, and then I'm gonna start from issue 200, maybe start collecting from there. Have a little run, you know. I do want to get that comic of the abusive father. I don't know if some of you know that, but it's a father that has some kids, and Spawn helps the kids get away from his father. I don't want to make it too violent, but the father was a little mad and a little overdose with the juice. I want to try and collect that because it looks very meaningful to me that he has a bit of heart. Just saying. Second, on my third one, it's Ultimate Spider-Man. It's the first issue, cover, I think it's cover B or C. I don't know, but I bought this as a bundle. It was 3 copies of the issue number 1. And my friends and I agreed that we get those. We paid a third of the price, and we did, and it arrived. So I have one of the 3 comics that I bought from that bundle, which was pretty cheap, not gonna lie, about $10. And yeah, I have read this, and it's pretty cool to start. And I really want to get the second issue, but it's kind of expensive. Well, not expensive, it's hard to find. And where I live, there's not that many comic stores, and the one that is the closest is somewhere like 30 an hour away. But it's far away from me. It's a little place, but yeah. Another comic in my collection that I really do like is Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man. Some of you might know this, some of you don't. And for those who don't, this is Spider-Man, Peter Parker's Spectacular Spider-Man, issue number 99 from the year 1984. And this is the comic where Black Cat and Spider-Man, I think they break up, if I'm sure. And also the first appearance of the Spot, which has include their prices, because I got this at the time the movie came out. And I didn't know that the Spot was going to be in the movie at the time. So, and I also didn't know this was going to be in there. So this is the first appearance of the Spot, which is, it costed $3 at the time, but I did put a price there. Well, my dad has one of those pricey thingies that he clips it on, and I told him the price at the time. It was $13. Right now, I think it's at 20 or 15, not that much. But it is the first appearance of Spot, and this is his origin story, which is pretty cool. I didn't know at the time, and when I read it, I was like, oh, cool, Spot. I did see the Spot in some of the TV shows from like Spider-Man and other shows, but it was pretty cool to have that first appearance of something and everything. Cool. Another issue, this is a newer one that hasn't released a long time ago, but it's like a reprint. It's Amazing Spider-Man 262. This is a reprint of that Spider-Man from 1984, if I believe. Yeah, 1984. So in this issue, the Spider-Man was at the airport trying to get photos of someone walking around, probably the government, going into the airport to the jet to talk about political and stuff. And he was gonna get those photos for J. Jonah Jameson, the guy at the Beagle, the one who was obsessed with Spider-Man getting burned. And so yeah, he's trying to get this photo of the government, and he heard something happen, and he goes like, oh shit, I gotta dress up as Spider-Man and everything, right? And then some guy was like, oh, I gotta find a bathroom, which is probably the guy right here. You guys can see him, the one taking a picture. Yeah, so that guy is going to that place, which it was a closet, and he thought it was a bathroom, and sees the guy dressing up as Spider-Man. He goes like, oh my god, that's Spider-Man. Takes a picture, runs away, and he knows he's gonna get big bills, big money from showing Spider-Man's identity. And yeah, Spider-Man goes there, but don't worry, that's why Spider-Man's so good. He got the guy, told him to delete the film. The guy won't recognize Spider-Man because it's New York, and there's a lot of people walking around. It's hard to find someone, so he gave up. And he doesn't have any more proof to prove it after he destroyed this film. But yeah, I like this comic because it was one of my first ever Amazing Spider-Man comics. And I really like this issue, and I realized that it's not like part 1 or part 2. There's some that are, but I like the little stories that happen around. It's like a little episode, but in comic form, which I really like. But yeah, it's about Spider-Man getting his identity revealed, kind of, but he never showed it. My other comics, we're going still with Marvel. We got 3 more, then we go to DC. We got Spider-Man first issue, not Amazing Spider-Man or Ultimate Spider-Man, Spider-Man from the first issue in 1990, sorry. It's the first issue, and it's from my favorite artist of all time, also the creator of Spawn, forgot to say that. And it's from Todd McFarlane. And it's the first issue of Spider-Man, which is like a little thing run that Todd McFarlane did. I think it's for like 25 issues. I think it's all of them, but some of them. But I think he did from 15 issues or 13. I remember. But yeah, this is the Todd McFarlane, the iconic pose of Spider-Man with the cover. You might see a lot of comic books like the Batman one and this one, but the same. But this guy is he's in symbiote form. There's also the Joker one, I think. No, not the Joker one. The Moon Knight one, yeah. And yeah, there's a lot of these. There's a lot of people that take resemblance of that. But I really like that because it's the art is amazing. The story it's okay, but it's kind of intriguing. I see Todd McFarlane doing these stories of like making you feel the creeps, making you feel scared. Like he's not only a Spider-Man, but he can creep through the night. Similar, huh? Iraq Knight. Gotta say something about that, huh, Todd? I mean, he did work with Batman back in DC, but still, love that comic. Love it in my collection. Always have it. Never give it. I'm gonna get the silver version and the gold version, but probably CGC it, which is grading it. But yeah, my other one, it's another favorite artist of mine, is the X-Men #1 from 1991, I believe. Yeah, 1991. A year later, Jim Lee, a famous artist who made this comic, which is art style is pretty amazing. I have done a lot of drawings or semblance about him. I did the second issue of this, which I have 2 copies of them, because funny story, I bought it online on eBay, and I thought I was never gonna get it because it's been a month and a half. So when I was on vacation, I got it because someone had it available, very cheap, $4. No, not $4, $1.50. And I grabbed it, and when I got home, in the mailbox, there was a package at my name. I thought someone sent me something. I was like, oh, cool, nice, someone. It was in a comic box, and I was like, oh, cool, comic. My mom probably bought it, or my dad in my account, whatever. But no, it was the second issue, which I forgot all about it. And yeah, so I have 2 copies of that. Pretty cool. I like having doubles because then what if one of them, a friend wants it, or one of them gets destroyed, I still have another one. I'm not gonna wait for another one to come. But yeah, I like having doubles, and it's pretty cool. Kind of a flex. I don't like flexing a lot. So this is a very cool cover. A lot of them, I don't think there's a lot of them resembling this, but there is one of them that I think they do a lot. Don't know. Still, pretty cool issue. I like the story because this is also the first 3 issues of this X-Men run is actually, I think, the last time Chris Claremont did his comics. But then I look back at some other comics and he did some of them also, like the End Book 1 X-Men, which I didn't know he was still doing. But it was a pretty cool thing to say goodbye to Chris Claremont from doing the X-Men for a long time, since 1960, from the 60s, not from the 60s, from the 70s into the 80s, for almost like 20 years, and 10, 15, I don't know. But it's a good thing to say like goodbye and thank you for reading all of those comics. It makes me happy. It doesn't say exactly, but it shows that he was writing it and saying thank you. Like he was Magneto, showing that he was saying thank you. Some of you might not get it, I may be wrong, but I see it as that. And the last Marvel comic that I have, which is actually another Jim Lee comic, and I like it a lot because it's pretty expensive, is X-Men issue #4 from 1991. And some of you might not know this, but this is the first appearance, if I'm correct, the first appearance of Omega Red. Yes, as you can see right here, this is his arm with the little line right there. And this is his first appearance. And I haven't read it yet because I was stuck back in issue #3 of X-Men. But yeah, this is a pretty cool issue. I really like it. And yeah, so I grabbed this and I said, oh cool, the first appearance of Omega Red. I should read it. Yeah, I got it. Anyways. Now for the DC, which both of them are the same character. I Actually, no, I have to get that one later. Might be an extra. It might be 11, but I don't care. Put it at top 10. At number 9, correct? Maybe number 9, whatever. I'll count it at the video. Lights went off. Oh shit. Okay, there we go. Oh shit. The lights fell out. And we're back. Yeah, okay. So as I was saying, this is The Adventures of Superman, number 500 from 1993. I got this at the same comic book store where I grabbed the Star-Lord number 1. Let me put it up for there, you guys. I got this at the same comic book store, and I said, oh cool, 100 comic book. Not 100, one of those 100 comic books, like the 400 to 300. The one that I do really want to get is the 300 issue Spider-Man. That one is the first appearance of Venom. Well, not Venom. The Parasite was in Secret Wars issue 8 or 7. I don't remember. I'll put a picture right here. But yeah, it was in that issue, the first Parasite of him, and then Venom in 300. Still getting up to it. Venom is my favorite character, my favorite villain, or anti-hero. Some of them call him anti-hero. But yeah, this is one of my first 100 comic books, the 500 of The Adventures of Superman. I haven't read this because it's kind of cool having it sealed and not touched a lot. I was gonna grade it, but I said nah, I'll just buy it. I'll keep it there to remember myself that it was my first ever 100 issue. But yeah, it says that he's back from the dead and that he's fighting some demons down there. When I think it's when he was trying to get back to life, he was fighting the demons to go back because I think they cheated on his life. I don't remember. Maybe I may be wrong. I haven't read it, but it's from what I think it's gonna happen. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it a lot. I like the cover. I like the artist. It's pretty cool. It's simple, nice, and it's good to have in the collection. And now for my almost the last one is my Absolute Superman number 1. This one is a new comic. It's released last year. Yeah, so Superman, Absolute Superman, and it's about, Superman. Krypton, and his parents are not the famous people like you always know in like the action comics. No, he is actually a kid who doesn't care about his studies, and his parents are farmers, and his mom is a farmer, a mechanic farmer, and his dad is a scientist, as he is. And they're trying to send Superman to Earth, and issue 3 says a lot for it. I recommend getting this, absolutely, to read this new series coming out. And yeah, another thing is, Superman doesn't have his powers like he always. It's the suit that gives him powers, that gives him super strength and flight, which is pretty cool. I never thought of that, but pretty cool to think and make from those DC creators. So I want to think that this is very cool. I recommend getting this. You can buy it on the internet or at your local comic shop. And yeah, pretty cool to have in the collection. And yeah, pretty cool story. Very tough, very meaningful. It also shows Lois Lane in the second issue, which they never did a report by hand. Always robots did because of their cameras and everything, since it was in the future. And peacemakers are there, and they're trying to take people as slaves, doing work for them to find Krypton energy. I think it's Kryptonian energy, I don't know. They're mining, and Superman saving the day, or whatever. So that's my 10 comics, but I have an extra or 2 that I do want to also show, so we'll be right back with that. And here is the other comic book that I was saying. It was Absolute Batman number 1. This one is pretty cool. I really like Batman. And this comic book is pretty cool. I got this at the time, like 2 weeks it was from release, because it was selling out very fast. And yeah, after that, I told my mom to tell the comic book guy, not the comic book guy, the comic book seller, to get me one of these, to order me one. She did, and she waited. We waited like a week after or two, and then it finally arrived. That's why it's not the original cover. I wish I did, but it's a lot of money. I don't know always that much. But yeah, they're still making reprints and that, but I still want to collect one of these. Maybe get another reprint of a different cover. There is a reprint cover of the Akira movie anime, which has the cover of him going to his bike. Not his bike, I think it was Alfred's bike. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I like the cover a lot. So you can see he's bashing those skulls. And this guy is tough. What I mean tough? Guys built like Bane, he can defeat him probably easily. Maybe. We haven't seen him yet. Maybe Bane's like twice as big. And nothing to compare to Spider-Man. Not Spider-Man. I might need to cut that out video. Maybe not. I might be an asshole to myself. Batman, I meant. Twice as big. And this Batman is not the one that we already know. It's not the rich and famous Batman, not the Bruce Wayne we all know. It's a poor Bruce Wayne with his mom alive. And his dad is dead because there was a gunshot at the zoo, and that's where you get the bad scene, you know. But yeah. He's tough, he does a little bit of boxing, he does crime fighting, and he's like Hulk level threat at this point. But yeah, he's pretty tough. He has his wings as like whips, and he uses sometimes to fly and sometimes to hit people with it. And also his chest, as you didn't guys know, this chest right here, his bat signal is an axe. He grabs on the handle with nothing on it, puts it right here, and grabs the axe from it and uses to cut his enemy's head. A chest axe, bro. Who thinks of that every day? Like actually. But yeah, that's the big ass. That's why the bat signal is pretty big. And yeah, he's pretty tough. Really like it. Glad to have it. And yeah, that's my top 10 comics of my collection. And yes, there will be other videos of this. I will be starting making that probably about new comic book day. Might be some of them on Sunday, because I don't get the comic books at the Wednesday, which they always release on Wednesday. But because school's on Wednesdays and Sundays are not, so I might post them on Sunday saying, "Oh, comic book day late again," or something I might say at the same time because there's free day or not. But yeah, there will be other videos of this. I will still do gaming and Pokemon card unboxing. There will be some of those. I was gonna think about doing Yu-Gi-Oh. Maybe there will be some, but mostly gonna be Pokemon. So yeah, this will be the end of the video. This might be a little bit long. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like and subscribe, please, will help me a lot. I will continue collecting my comics and showing it to you guys every time I collect some. And I hope you guys have a great day. See you and peace out to the next one.